This futuristic looking thing is called the RC350F Sport. It's the latest from Lexus. The RC, you probably need to know, stands for Radical Coupe. Well, what's so radical about it? Well, Lexus hopes that this car will win buyers from Audi, BMW, and Mercedes. And you know, based on looks alone, I think they're off to a great start.
The headlights are bold and sculpted. Underneath is an LED daytime running light. The large Lexus mouth looks more at home here than on any other model. Down the side is a dramatic belt line that terminates in an extruded taillight treatment. The lower sills on the side help carry that sculpted theme all the way to the ground. In spite of this dramatic bodywork, in the back there's still a very functional trunk. It even has a full-size spare hidden just under the floor. The cabin is inviting and expensive looking, with fine-stitched leather throughout. The seats, in particular, are some of the finest looking buckets I've ever seen. Seriously, these things could be on display in a museum. In the back are 2 more seats. Not a lot of room, but you can definitely fit a full-size adult in a pinch.
Under this gorgeously sculpted hood is a 3.5-liter V6. It's got 24 valves and it puts out 306 horsepower, 277 pound-feet of torque. It's connected to Lexus's 8-speed automatic transmission. And like a proper sports coupe, it's powering the rear wheels.
When I saw this one hit the scene, I was like, I gotta drive one of these. And I'm really excited today because this car in person is gorgeous. It looks way better than I thought it was gonna look. It has a lot of detail, but that detail comes together nicely on the overall package. So let's look at this interior first off. This is really nice. There's some beautiful accents. You have what appears to be a hand-stitched leather up here, which is really soft to the touch. You have a carbon fiber inlay here and here, and they actually feel like they're real carbon fiber, not the fake stuff that you normally find in cars. And down here we have a center console that is sculpted out of the transmission tunnel. Overall, this is a really, really attractive interior, and it seems very functional too. It's sophisticated, but without being fussy. You definitely get into here and you feel like you are in a proper sports car. I like that. This steering wheel, again, beautiful leather. You have matched stitching on the inside of the wheel, and then you have all these extra controls. So let's go ahead and start the car and see how it sounds. Surprisingly quiet. I expected something a little bit more aggressive sounding, I guess, considering how this car looks. But that's okay. This has the traditional Lexus interface, which is pretty unique. You have a nice home screen where you can have little quadrants set up to be what you like. Like right now I have it set up with a map on the right, weather on the left, and then audio in the bottom. You can go up into the corner here to customize various different displays, of course. In the main menu, you can pick between climate control, if you want to mess with your climate in here. You can also use traditional switch gear here. Oh, that's actually not very traditional. That's kind of cool. Like these little switchless sliders. That's kind of neat. Of course, it has navigation and it has the Lexus app suite. As all proper cars should have, this has both heated and cooled seats. Hello? I think one of the coolest looking things of this car is actually something that was inherited from the LFA supercar. It is the center dash here. It's a combination of digital analog in such a cool way. So you hit this button and the whole cluster slides over to reveal a hidden layer of software where I can look at tire pressure, gear position, eco, my range, MPGs. I can set it up so that it's showing a compass. I can look at my audio tracks, or I can read messages from the car itself, or I can close it and then go into full standard mode. Oh, this is really neat. Over here we have another dial that controls the different drive modes of the car. In eco mode, it looks normal, but then when we go sport, the cluster inverts, and so it becomes a white, super sporty looking background. very cool. We can also go into Sport Plus, which doesn't really change the display anymore, but it does make the car even that much more aggressive. So there are a few other options on this car. There's the variable rate steering rack. That's a $1,900 option. You have the Mark Levinson stereo, which is almost a $2,000 option, but boy does it sound good. And then you also have the F-Sport package, which is nearly a $4,000 option. That includes things such as the blind spot monitoring, cross traffic alert, parking assist, 19-inch wheels, which look so sweet on this car. And it includes the Sport Plus option, which gives this car its most aggressive driving performance. So as equipped, this car is just shy of $55,000. Overall, I think this is kind of the way you would want to buy this car, because you're not going to get a premium sport coupe and go cheap on it, are you? No. I'm going to put the car in Sport Sharp, the most aggressive position, and put it in drive, and let's see how she does. Ooh. Oh, I like this steering rack. Now this is a optional variable rate steering rack that'll adjust itself based on how you're driving.
Through the corners, the Lexus RC350 feels both nimble and confident. That's thanks to adaptive variable suspension, only available on the F-Sport model. This system adjusts individual shock absorbers to reduce body roll. Even when in the most extreme S+ setting, the system was never too firm for daily driving.
How it does it, I have no idea. Must be magic. Even though this is a 306 horsepower V6, it still manages to get 19 miles to the gallon city, 28 on the highway. So how do they do that? Well, they've employed direct injection and direct port injection, which gives this car not only nice power, it also gives it really good economy for what it is. Like a proper sports coupe, even though this has an automatic, it does have manual override. I can go into a stick override, or I can use paddle shifters on the steering column. The curb appeal is undeniable on this car. This is one of the most striking cars you can buy for less than $80,000. And really, you're getting quite a lot of sport coupe for, the $55,000 price of entry. I mean, a V6 with plenty of power, rear-wheel drive, many different driving sport modes, adaptive suspension, adaptive steering, 8-speed automatic transmission, but it's a really quick shifting automatic transmission. And then, of course, you have that traditional Lexus comfort. This is a car that is both aggressive, fast, handles great, and is super comfortable. You don't get that with all cars. But I love this gauge cluster. I really want every single car I buy to have this gauge cluster. It is so cool. So that's my first look at this 2015 Lexus RC350 F Sport. It brings the fight directly to Audi and BMW and is an amazing entry in the sport coupe segment. I'm Ryan Douthit for AutoNation. Thanks for watching. We'll see you again real soon.